Check. Are we live? 1, 2, 3. The rain in Spain stays mainly in the plain. Alright guys, we are back with yet another of our daily live streams. Keeping this up as long as we're in quarantine because I want to reach out, be a part of the community, make sure that I'm talking with you guys, make sure that you guys are able to talk with me, and as per usual, got an awesome selection of food. Now we did have Easter just recently. Ooh, first of all, I want to check to make sure that this is actually up and the link is working. Yeah, it looks like everything's good to go. So yeah, Easter last weekend, and of course that means that Easter candy for the whole week is on a deep, deep discount. Yeah! Oh my goodness. So while I was at the store, I saw they had Easter candy for 70% off, and I love these. The Reese's white peanut butter cups. I think they're just so delicious. And this is just kind of like a Reese's forward candy buying spree that I went on, just some regular peanut butter cups. And you can't go wrong with the Reese's Pieces, all of course. I mean, even if it is just like a different colored candy, it's still kind of nice, you know? Got some cool, like, bright colors, bright springtime colors. Just make you feel a little bit better to, I don't know, dig into them, pick them up, make you feel just a little bit happy. I like to think that having extra red 40 in my food does make me just a little bit more happy. Ah. So as per usual, I hope everybody is staying home, staying safe, staying healthy. And of course, anybody who, pardon me. Yeah, anybody who saw my challenge last weekend knows that I have been turned off of chocolate for quite some time. But I think I can get through it if there's some Reese's peanut butter involved in that chocolate as well. And if you saw the title, you know what I'm going to be talking about today. So the Major League Eating has put up this virtual challenge. It looks like they've partnered with Bet Online, which is something that I'm not super familiar with. They're putting together a virtual contest for 8 remote, extremely good Major League Eating contestants to try to best each other with a 2-pound bologna qualifying round in this 4-part bracket. So it looks like the contest is going to have 4 parts. The first qualifying round this afternoon at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can catch the live stream on the Major League Eating YouTube. I don't know if it's going to be a live stream. I don't know exactly how it's going to work. But it looks like it's going to be available at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, which I believe is 4 p.m. Pacific. Is that right? And yeah, we've got 8 amazing eaters. And if you go to Bet Online, I'm going to see if I can pull this up. Going to try something a little bit different in this live stream. Ooh, look at that. You can see my screen. Yeah, so we've got the live odds for everybody in this contest. We've got... Now, the way that these betting odds work, I'm not 100% familiar with exactly how it works. Can we get this bigger? There we go. But I do know that a smaller number for these betting odds means that it's more likely for that kind of outcome. So we've got these 8 incredible eaters going to be going head-to-head in this live virtual event with 2 pounds of bologna. And again, that's just the first round, the first of 4 rounds. Now the second round is going to be on Sunday with 48 Oreos and 10 pounds of milk. Holy mackerel. That escalates quickly. Okay. Round 3 next week on Thursday. 1.5 gallons of baked beans. That sounds like it's something that's right up Jeff Esper's alley, so I'm sorry that we're not going to see him there. And then round 4 is going to be 10 cup of noodles. So that's going to be the top 2 who've qualified through the previous 3 rounds. Now we've got these 8 incredible eaters, starting off with Joey Chestnut. Of course, everybody loves him. He's the odds-on best to win. Now, earlier this week, I was talking about Darren Breeden. He's my favorite. I think that he's probably going to do a little bit better than Matt Stoney, depending on how the rules go. I don't know. Maybe they tuned into my live stream because they bumped him up, made him number 2 instead of Matt Stoney. Then, of course, we've got Mickey Sudo, Michelle Lesko, the 2 ladies representing. Hope those guys do well. Gideon Oji, I'm surprised to see that he's as far down as number 6, tied with Nick Weary and Eric Booker. Now, I don't know what the rules are for this contest. If it's just going to be like a typical contest, usually how it works is, you've got a set amount of time to try to eat as much food as you can that's in front of you in a typical Major League eating contest. And whatever food that you have inside of your mouth at the end of the time limit is considered eaten, as long as you're able to, swallow it within a minute or 2 after the contest finishes. And I know Matt Stoney, I was saying that he hasn't been, on form these last couple of years, but I do know that he is extremely good at chipmunking, at, shoving as much food into his mouth as he possibly can right at the end. So I think that might actually give him a little bit of an edge on this first round with the smaller volume of food. So I might have to retract what I was saying. Depending on the rules, if it's whoever can shove that food into their mouth the quickest, then I think Matt Stoney might actually beat everybody else and come out on top. Now, if it's whomever can clear their mouth the quickest, so if the time ends when somebody, swallows the food, then, I think Joey Chestnut would probably take the cake there. I know that guy. He is, of course, the king of processed meats with his dominance in the realm of hot dogs and things along those lines. So I think these top 3, I think that's how it's going to shake out. It's going to be either Joey or Matt Stoney on top, and then whomever isn't on top, depending on the rules, is probably going to be in 3rd. Darren Breeden is probably going to be 2nd place. I think that's going to shake out. For 4th place, I've competed against Gideon Oji a couple of times, and he's kind of a wild card. Like, I know that Gideon Oji, sometimes he has incredible performances. When I went up against him last December at the shrimp cocktail eating contest, he performed incredibly well. Like, I was astounded at how much that guy ate. But then I competed against him again in Baton Rouge, and at the red beans and rice eating contest, and he really didn't do quite as well as I thought he did. He still put up a good showing. So, I don't know. I think that is very unlikely that Gideon Oji is going to make it to the final round, because all you need is one bad performance. But he could be a wild card. He could really knock it out of the park. Nick Weary, Eric Booker, Michelle Lesko, I love you guys, but I think you're a little bit outclassed here. I think you 3 are going to be knocked out. Cardboard Shell, wonderful person, but yeah, I'm afraid that as long as Mickey, Stoney, Breeden, and Chestnut are there, I don't think you're going to make top 4. Eric Booker. Now, I would love to see Eric Booker, who I know has an amazing personality. He is like the greatest showman. But unfortunately, I think a lot of his performances really aren't up to par with some of the big eaters there. I know I've been neglecting the comments a little bit. I'm going to get to you guys in just a minute. I'll catch up on the comments, but I do want to finish my thought here. I was going to say, Eric Booker, like I said, he's the quintessential showman of Major League Eating. And I think that the most baller thing that guy could possibly do is when the timer starts, if he just like pulls out a loaf of bread and starts making bologna sandwiches. Just like completely throws the contest. You know, it takes like 20 minutes to enjoy a couple of mayonnaise and mustard and bologna sandwiches. I would love to see that. But no, I'm afraid. I think Booker's probably going to come in last. Excellent guy. I see a lot of his videos. Very entertaining. But I think he is going to be outclassed at just a straight-up competition here. All right. I have been neglecting you guys in the comments. Let's see who all is watching. Tuna Shogun, thanks for joining the live stream. We got Frederic Al Hanjans. I'm sure I butchered that name. You said, "My God, still on the Easter chocolate. Thought you would wouldn't see those in a while." Lol. Yeah, I was off chocolate for quite a while, but you can't spend too long away from chocolate. AJAT, welcome to the stream. Says no Cadbury cream eggs. No, absolutely no Cadbury cream eggs. Hershey's cookies and cream eggs. M&Ms. I think the Hershey's cookies and cream eggs are pretty dang good, but no M&Ms. This is all Reese's all day. Listen to that. So good. Let's see. Frederick, have you put any money on the competition, on the competitive eating contest? I don't personally gamble, but I am seriously thinking of signing up with Bet Online and putting a little bit of money there. If I do, it's going to be like $5 or $10. Like, I'm not going to try to make a lot of money here. Tuna Shogun, very cool. Thanks for joining, man. Frederick says 10 pounds of milk. Hope they're not lactose intolerant. Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that would probably make them go a little bit slower. So, Tuna Shogun, you ask if I'm part of MLE. Yes, I am. I have a contract with Major League Eating. I've done a couple of contests with them. I signed on with Major League Eating last July when I went to Salt Lake City and qualified for the Coney Island 4th of July contest. So after I won that competition in Salt Lake City, which was a straight-up hot dog eating contest to qualify to go to Coney Island on 4th of July, then they gave me a contract. I was able to sign on with them. Produce Not Pills, thanks for joining the stream. You say working from home, you could technically wear PJs all day. Technically? Who says that I'm not? You know, there's a reason that you can only see me from the waist up here. You have no idea what I'm wearing underneath here. No, in reality, I think I'm, you know, jamming the clothes that I usually wear. I have found that wearing shoes while in online meetings makes you feel a little bit more professional, even if my shoes aren't the most professional. So there's a little trick for you guys. All right, I want to get back to seeing some of these, some of the other, what would you say? Some of the other things that you can bet on in this contest. So, moving on. Like I said, I was not surprised to see that Darren Breeden moved up in the rankings. He is probably more likely than Matt Stoney to win if they're using the regular rules where just whoever puts all the food in their mouth first wins. Ooh, pardon me. Next up, we've got Mickey Sudo and Michelle Lesko. Yeah, I think that one's going to Mickey Sudo. Matt Stoney and Joey Chestnut. Like I said, depending on the rules, this one's up in the air. If it's whomever cleans their mouth the quickest, it's going to Joey Chestnut. If it's whomever is able to put all the food in their mouth the quickest, that's a toss-up. I think that Matt Stoney definitely has a good chance of winning if that's the way that it goes. Darren Breeden and Gideon Oji. Ooh. Now, I know Darren Breeden, he's got an amazing eating speed, and he is an incredible eater. He's got an amazing capacity. But one thing about Darren Breeden, and all those things also apply to Gideon Oji, but I do think that head-to-head, it's probably going to go to Darren. One thing is that this is not a very, like, technique-oriented contest. It's just going to be, you know, 2 pounds of bologna, not a whole lot of technique there. It's just going to be whomever can chew and swallow the quickest. And Breeden really shines when it's a very technique-heavy food, like oysters or corn on the cob or something like that. So if it was something like that, it would definitely go to Breeden. I still think that Darren Breeden's going to edge out Gideon Oji there. Next up, we've got, looking at Nick Weary and Eric Booker. Like I said, I think Eric Booker's going to come in last. It would be totally baller if he just threw it and made a show out of it. I'm going to tune in just to see what Eric Booker does in this live stream, honestly. Oh my goodness. We've got odds for who has the fastest time, the slowest time. I don't know how that's different from winning and losing. Odds for the slowest time greater than or less than 95 seconds. That's an interesting bracket. I don't know enough about Eric Badlands Booker and Cardboard Shell. I don't know how well they're going to perform. Like I said, I have a feeling one of those two, or maybe Nick Weary, is going to come in last. I'm going to say it's probably going to be Booker or Cardboard Shell who comes, who's the runner-up in this case. But whether it's over or under 95 seconds, that's a toss-up. I'm not sure. Will anyone vomit? Oh my goodness. There's a reason that's negative 1600. Nobody's going to vomit in this. No, not with 2 pounds. Maybe in one of these ladder competitions where we're going up against, having 10 plus pounds of food, but right here with just 2 pounds of food, no way. Nobody's going to vomit. Moving on. Let's see. Joey Chestnut, is he going to make it to the finals? And will Matt Stoney make it to the finals? Now, that's a great question. Both those guys have incredible capacity. I know that they have in the past. I don't know where Matt Stoney is with his total volume. I think that's what it's going to come down to. Joey Chestnut, of course, that guy can eat like 20 pounds. So he's going to the finals for sure. 100%. Matt Stoney, I don't know if he can. I know that if it was Matt Stoney like 3 or 4 years ago, he would 100% be in the finals. Right now, though, I think it's up in the air. It might be Darren Breeden, but I think to say that Matt Stoney and Joey Chestnut go to the finals, it's also very likely. It's kind of 50-50. Now, of the 8 people who are up there, I think Cardboard Shell, Darren Breeden, Stoney, and Chestnut are the guys who can definitely eat more than 10 pounds, which if you're eating 48 Oreos plus 10 pounds of milk, that would be, what, like 11 pounds, give or take? And a gallon and a half of beans on the third competition. I mean, a gallon and a half, that's 12 pounds. That is legit. Well, it's definitely going to be among those 4. Miki Sudo has been very consistent in her performances, but I just don't think she's going to be able to stand up to make it to the finals. I think it is going to go down to Matt Stoney and Joey Chestnut, or maybe Darren Breeden and Joey Chestnut. We'll see. Oh my goodness. I think that is enough rambling for me. Got a couple of these unwrapped. And let's catch up with some of these comments, see what guys are saying. Frederic says, how do you think you would match up against those guys, Steve? You're definitely the rookie of the year. Well, thanks. I think that I am doing pretty well for somebody who's new. I've competed against Joey Chestnut twice. He's completely wiped the floor with me both times. It's just no contest. I've competed against Darren twice. He has also beat me, no contest. It's a little bit of a closer call between me and Darren. I think in a year I might be able to like contest Darren a little bit, but to go up against Joey Chestnut in some of these contests, there's no way. And if it was something like Oysters, where Darren Breeden really shines, then yeah, Breeden's gonna take it all day, all night. He's gonna win every time. But just straight up capacity, I'm able to eat about 15 pounds. Darren's probably in the like 15 to 18 pound range, and Joey Chestnut is definitely around 20 plus pounds. So that's how I would stack up against those guys in various forms. I think if July 4th comes around and the contest isn't canceled, which fingers crossed it's still happening, then those 2 guys, Breeden and Chestnut, are probably going to take 1 and 2. And I would be fighting with the likes of, Nick Weary and Adam Morin to try to, like, capture something in the top 5, something like that. But yeah, thanks for the pump. I try my best, you know. I'm kind of new to this, but I'm jumping in with both feet. I know I'm a rookie. I'm trying to get, I just like showing up and trying my best at some of these contests. AJAT, say you actually watch ASMR videos. You find it relaxing. To me, it's an alternate for meditation. Yeah, I can imagine that. I mean, I know that some people find it kind of boring and confusing, but I definitely see the appeal to it. You know, like lately, the only game, like the only live stream game that I've done was a couple of weeks ago. Or I should say the most recent one was of Animal Crossing. And I find that watching live streams of other people playing Animal Crossing, stuff like that, is very relaxing, it's very chill. It's the kind of thing that you can just like have in the background. Yeah, and I totally understand what you're getting at. It's something that like occupies a little part of your brain, so you're not going crazy with boredom, but it doesn't occupy enough of your brain that it really confuses you. Mr. Bad Guy 81. That is an excellent username, by the way. I love that. It says, hello from Italy. Welcome to the stream. New guy, I haven't seen you before. Thanks for joining. Thanks for your comment. I hope you subscribed. Frederick says, thanks for taking some of our precious time to answer all the questions, man. Super appreciated. Why do you think Stony slowed down in the last few years? Honestly, competitive eating is a skill that has to be maintained. And just like anything else, if you don't maintain that skill, then, you know, it's going to wither a little bit. And with people like, let's say, well, like Joey Chestnut or Jeff Esper, like those guys are competitors. Like that's what they do. That's their bread and butter. But Matt Stoney has really been able to straddle both the worlds of being a high-level competitor and also really, really successful with his YouTube channel. So like Matt Stoney doesn't really need to continue to compete at a super high level to be successful and make a living. You know, he's got more than 10 million subscribers, so he can just whip up, you know, a 10 pound crazy challenge. And some of the stuff on his channel is just absurd. Like, I love watching Matt Stoney's videos. Yeah, so like basically the reason is that he doesn't have to. And Matt Stoney's videos, the way that he makes them, I think they're fantastic. Like, he's got such a great personality, and he does such a good job of making you feel like you're sitting in his kitchen, like having a good time with him. And that's the kind of thing that I try to get a little bit in my videos, but I know I don't do it nearly as well as Matt Stoney. He has earned his 10 million subscribers. Ooh, pardon me. So I think if Matt Stoney wanted to, he could certainly like get back into fighting shape. But like Coney Island, for example, he won back in 2015, 2016, something like that, a couple years ago. He's the only guy to have ever beaten Joey Chestnut at Coney Island since Joey Chestnut, you know, came on the scene. So he's definitely got the chops to get himself back up there. But I know he said in some of his videos explicitly that he only practices for that like once a year, if that. But since he did win, he doesn't have to qualify to go back. He's got, you know, a free card to show up any year without having to qualify, unlike somebody like me or I don't know, anybody else. I think it's Chestnut, Mickey Sudo, and Matt Stoney are basically the three who have the free card to show up anytime they want. Mr. Bad Guy, you said you follow me since I had less than 300 subs. You're an early follower, man. Excellent. Your nickname is taken from a Freddie Mercury song. That's really cool, dude. I love that. So, I don't know about you guys. I'm definitely going to be tuning in, checking the MLE channel around 3:30 this afternoon. 3:30 Pacific Standard Time, which is around 6:30 Eastern Standard Time. Because I want to see how this thing's going to shake down. I'm excited to see who's going to take the crown. Like I said, I think it's going to be Chestnut, Stoney, Breeden, Mickey Sudo. Maybe not in that order. I think those guys are going to move on to round 2. Then I think it's going to be down to, I don't know. Round 2, who's it going to go to? Maybe Chestnut and Breeden? Then again, I don't know how people are going to be knocked out of this. If it's going to be, if they're going to like take out the bottom 2 in each round, or if they're going to cut in half. Let me see if I'm able to pull this up, because I think they had a graph of how everybody was going to be knocked down in various rounds. Okay, so we've got round 1 is going to be, 8. Round 2, well, is that right? Yeah, I think this is just a graphic. It's nothing super official. So yeah, I don't know how the rules are going to work for this, but it'll be interesting to see how everything shakes out. I wish everyone the best of luck. I know all 8 of those guys are incredible eaters, and the things that I'm saying are just predictions, and it could shake out like completely differently. Like maybe Cardboard Shell just has an incredible day and gets second place. I think that would be fantastic. And like I said, also I'm gonna watch to see what Eric Booker does. I'd love to like see him rap beforehand or something like that. Just show up and be like a complete showman, something along those lines. All right, let's catch up on some of these comments before we wrap up and end the live stream for today. Frederick says, "Dude, you're a beast." Rock on, dude. He said, "You watched a bunch of my vids last night. The Reese's peanut butter jar, the cookie challenge, the birthday cake in 10 minutes, and 3 cheesecakes. I think you'd be top 5 easy." Yeah, I had to kind of accept the fact that I am actually one of the best competitive eaters in the world. Like, I had to come to terms with that. Like, it's such a strange thing to be the best in the world at. And when I say the best in the world, I'm better than 99.9% of people out there. But there's still enough folks out there who are better than me that I can't claim to be the best. I got to bow down to the likes of Darren Breeden, Matt Stoney. Like, I think even not in top form, I think that guy could still whoop me in a head-to-head eating contest. And Joey Chestnut, such a cool guy. Like I said, I've seen him in a couple of competitions, and he's so cool. Like he just shows up, and everybody wants a picture taken with him, and he'll just like walk around and take selfies with everybody in the audience before a contest. He'll hang out, shake hands. He's a super cool guy, so I like that guy. You think I'd be top 5 easy? I'm waiting for the MLE like rankings to come out to see where I shake down. I don't know how their rankings actually work, but we'll see. Hopefully, in 2021, I can be a top 5 guy. Ooh, pardon me. AJAT, you asked, did they have any Easter Rabbit candies left? Where you got the Reese's today? Well, I bought these Reese's earlier this week, and they had plenty of all kinds of Easter candy. These are, of course, Easter-themed Reese's candies. Shout out to Frederick, got my back, asking everyone to leave a like in the live stream. Yeah, we could do that. If everybody gave this live stream a like, that would mean a whole ton to me. And I do look at the analytics of my channel every now and then, and I see that only like 40% of the people, I can't remember if it's 40% of the people who watch the channel are not subscribed or 40% are subscribed. But still, that's a big chunk. So if you do watch my videos, if you do get a kick out of them, like I say in a couple of my videos, if you could subscribe, it would just mean a whole lot to me. We're all in this quarantines together, and I hope that you guys have an awesome weekend. Tune in to the MLE live stream. I said live stream. I don't know if it's going to be a live stream, but tune into the MLE contest that's happening this evening. I want to see how it shakes out. I want to hear from you guys afterwards of what you thought of the contest. And until then, I hope you guys are staying inside, staying safe, staying healthy, staying physically distanced with everybody else, but not socially distanced. Make sure that you reach out and let those folks, your friends and family, know that you love them. You're still around, and hopefully they'll do the same for you. I know I'm planning on calling my mommy and daddy to let them know that I love them today. So until next week, peace out. I hope you guys take it easy.